Hello everybody and welcome to another knockoff review thanks to the team over at Toys. Where today we're taking a look at the Kubianbao MCS-02, the KBB Hornets agent. Basically this is their oversized version of the NewAge Bumblebee. Wasn't really expecting this to ever be a thing, but it is. The first figure, the MCS-01, was the downsized kind of Voyager version of MP10, and they've come along and oversized the Legends figure. Some details on the back there. There he is along with Prime. Let's crack him open. And here he is out of his plastic prison, and he's actually not that bad at all. Obviously, he is vastly different in size to his NewAge counterpart. A good double the size. I will show you a comparison shortly, but he's not a bad size for a Bumblebee. And if it wasn't for the slightly simplified design, because it's an oversized Legends class with those visible ball joints, he'd actually made a pretty decent stand-in for a masterpiece Bumblebee, because he's got a really gorgeous animation vibe about him. He's kind of a hybrid, I guess, between the newer Masterpiece Bumblebee and the older Masterpiece Bumblebee, all wrapped up into one tidy little package, and he does look exceptionally tasty. The NewAge done an amazing job with their mini Masterpiece figures. I actually prefer them to anything else on the market that size-wise, including Magic Square. It's a tough call between the two, but I think NewAge kind of give me more of that Masterpiece shrunken down vibe. And Kubianbao just kind of jumped on that, enlarged it and say, hey, if it's good enough for the Legends collectors, why not use it in your Masterpiece collection? To give you an idea of the scale difference, here he is alongside the NewAge Bumblebee. I mean, they've basically just blown him straight up there, haven't they? I mean, the sculpt is slightly better, I think. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I mean, bearing in mind, this is a lot smaller. Got the kind of metallic sheen. I don't know. It kind of looks a little bit more derpy, I guess, on here. He's got that smug little smile, and this one's more of that kind of Bumblebee-esque expression. God, I don't know. There's not really much more in it other than the size, articulation, and everything is still the same. Paint app's a little bit more crisp on the NewAge version. You just need to get an Autobot insignia for the front there. See, now unfortunately I don't think he's going to be big enough to be in the Masterpiece collection. He could probably fit quite nicely into the Siege line. It's a very cheap, affordable bee. Kind of like Earthrise. If you get their Prime, maybe if you get the slightly oversized BFF Prime, I think it is, I think they might look really good together. Obviously that's the previous incarnation of Bumblebee by Kubianbao. They're the big orange looking thing. Of course, we've got the new Masterpiece Bumblebee there as well. But, yep, thinking he may be a little bit too short to go in your Masterpiece collections. What are your thoughts? And here he is with the aforementioned primes. We have the AI mech, we have the Weijang, and we have the BFF. There we go. I think actually he looks pretty decent with the BFF version, which is only slightly larger than the Siege or Earthrise official. Obviously, I think the Weijang he might work with, but I think he is definitely too small for the AI mech. And whilst we're looking at oversized NewAge figures, here he is with the oversized version of their Megatron, done by Kubianbao. No, see, that's definitely way too small. Now, as fabulous as Bumblebee looks, he does, of course, transform into a vehicle mode. Let's just remove the gun. You want to tab those feet in together, come around to the back, open up these sections, and those legs are going to roll down into that void. The front is going to untab. There we go. And that's going to open, and that will allow this piece here to open up like this. These little panels here, they're going to come down and they're going to form the wheels. And again on this side, bring this one down, and that's going to form the wheels. We can flip these up from the bottom, bringing the head back forwards. We can bring these panel pieces up and panel pieces up. This is then going to rock backwards, and that's going to form the back end of the vehicle. Then roll these arms in and around, and these are going to rotate on this ball socket, and they're just going to slide into this void here at the front. It's going to rock over. These will slide in, push and compress everything into this void, and then finally bring those little wheels back around like so. Just make sure that they line up, and there we have a little mini Bumblebee. And my wheels do not want to stay quite tabbed in where they should, but still, that is excellent. Meep. The space underneath for gun storage. Here he is along with the NewAge Bumblebee. Still amazing how compact these can actually go. Oh, fabulous little pieces. And personally, I know it's not to everybody's taste, but I think he works really well with MP10. That I actually think works pretty darn well. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Kubianbao Bumblebee. It does roll, not brilliantly, but it does roll. He definitely looks the part. Could do with an Autobot insignia on there, but he's a decent little mini bug, I guess. He looks like Bumblebee. He feels like Bumblebee. He is Bumblebee, only by a different name. And I think Kubianbao have done a pretty decent job of oversizing an already gorgeous mold via NewAge. Do I think this is worth the pickup? Yeah, I do. I think it's a good, cheap, awesome little piece. Personally, I think it would scale remarkably well with the Kubianbao Voyager Prime, but I don't have him anymore, which is a shame because I really wanted to kind of show you him with him. But I can't see them doing many of these figures in this scale. I don't know if the demand is there. What do you all think? Is there a demand for this kind of in-between between the Legends and Masterpiece, kind of going back to that kind of classics scale, but only done to that animation accuracy? What do we think? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks again to Toys for making this review possible. I have included a link in the description below where this can be purchased. And until next time, for myself and the rest of the Collectables household, thanks for watching. Goodbye.